Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, you can hear me. Good. I'm just making sure the audio is working. Yesterday we had like an audio fiasco. Now it's all good. Hello and welcome to 12 Days of Consciousness. This is day 7. I can't believe we're over halfway. It's insane. I feel like my skin is dry. Let's fix that. Give me a second. Let me get some lotion. One sec. I washed my face, but I did not put lotion on. Hello. So I'm putting lotion on now. I just washed my face and I was like, I feel really dry and I can see it. So let me just do my morning skincare routine, which is just literally one lotion. Ooh, that feels nice. So casually just massaging my face. Welcome to day 12 of 12 Days of Consciousness. And today we're going over the 12 portal, which is happening this month. And I feel like I might pull some cards, but I'm not sure. I'm looking at my shelf with all my card decks. Might pull some today. We'll see how I feel. But today I'm going to be going over how to maximize this day, this portal. Hello, everyone. And how powerful the 1212 portal can be for you. So really looking forward to it. It's going to be extremely amazing. Welcome, Jazz. Nice to have you here. So yeah, I'm so pumped. If this is your first time, I'm Shika, your conscious mentor. I do weekly videos on consciousness, new moon, full moon meditations, healings, giving people access to help them on their spiritual community, and just the spiritual journey, which is so important for us to grow in ourselves. And just, if you vibe with me, then that's probably why you're here, which is awesome too. Also, I love the fact that so many of you guys have been on this journey and you've been connecting with so many people here. So this is a family of consciousness. And I know I never had that when I was going through my awakenings, when I was finding my gifts. And now I do. And I'm so grateful for it. So super, super grateful. I hope you guys are feeling well. Grand rising, my loves. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section. I would love to hear. Also, if you do a video on Instagram and tag me in your story, you will get access to a giveaway at the end of the 12 days, which I'll be doing, and more surprises to come. But the 12 days will be that you will get access to the Conscious Shadow Rebirth, and you will get January as well, a session with me. So what a way to start. And if you're already a client with me, you get that one for free, which is awesome. So just wanted to share that with you guys. And yes, live is so much different because you enter this deep portal and it's just a different vibe. When you guys are live, there's just so much truth, so much connection there. So let's kind of go over the 1212 portal. So as you guys know, December 12th, 2021, which is the 12th month of the year. And it's also the 12th day. Not only that, but we also have the frequency of 2021. Okay, so there's a lot of energy that is there. I'm going to be breaking down into the numerology. I know a lot of you guys probably found me through angel numbers. So I'm going to go over what this frequency of the angel number, numerology of 1 to 2, what that number equates to in the vibration and frequency, and why it's coming in. I know a lot of us coming into eclipse season have been seeing a lot of 1s, a lot of 2s, and it's all preparing us for this latter half of the month. And as we go into this space, there's a lot of energy that I'm starting to see. Even yesterday, I posted just an energy update of the current moon situation, but I can see so many patterns in comparison to everything that's coming in. So I'm really excited. You know what? Let's get cards. You guys feeling cards? Say a little thumbs up in the comment section. I think cards would feel really good in between. I'm going to get them while you guys answer. Give me a second. So many cards. Okay. Got my decks. I have more than this, but I usually just bring these because I feel like I always feel called, and you guys love these decks, so we're just going to use them. Okay, so let me split that. Everyone's thumbs up. Yeah, I thought so, but I thought I would ask. So I'm going to just keep them here. When I feel called, I'll pull them out. But for now, let's just have them here. Great. So let's start with the first thing. So 12. What is the frequency of 12 during this portal? There's a lot of changes happening. The first thing that we're going to be seeing during this week, even on the date of the 12th, is that 12 represents authority coming into the space and bribing people to do something or to shift their perspective. As you guys know, right now, we're in this kind of, just in general, I think a lot of the community in the world, we're working on our consciousness, and I put intention out for a lot of people who are also working on their consciousness, or maybe not at that conscious energy just yet, and they're just going through the journey. But here is kind of this awakening that's going to happen again around this time a year ago, where people are going to just notice how people are abiding to these bribes and how people are against it. So there's kind of going to be this wave of divide through the society where, big organizations or people in power will try to separate that and create some perspective. So this is where we are sitting on the truth. The truths are coming up. Some people are able to stick to it, and we're able to see them stick to their truth, and other people are avoiding the truth all in all because they don't want people to know. So be mindful with this one too. One is the new beginnings, two is the action, and the frequency of them together in 12. The 12 numbers is really powerful. It's like us I see it as like we're building the blocks of this building, and we're building this consciousness, and there's almost this vibration of let's just keep it the same from these bigger spaces in the collective and bigger places of decision. So it's up to us during this 12/12 portal to really ensure that we're not falling for those bribes, okay? And I don't want to go too deep into it because, again, we're here on YouTube. Part of me wants to get the Patreon going. So you guys who don't know, I have a Patreon that people can donate to support the channel and be a supporter. But a part of me is thinking, just because there's so many things that I want to share that come up, and Spirit's like, maybe this would be great on a Telegram or a Patreon with your community. So I'm thinking of doing more of like this version, and then I'll do like an uncut version of what's coming through. So then we have it on Patreon. And if you guys would like that, please let me know with a star emoji, because I think it would be really cool in the new year, maybe doing like this uncut version of these readings, and even the moon, because I get a lot of channel messages in ceremony and here about the 12/12 portal on December 12th, 2021, and 12/12 portal in general in the future, and how it's really shifting so many things in the world. So we're going through this huge shift. There's going to be another wave of something coming. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. There's going to be more energy coming up, and it's going to test us. So just know, don't see things through a fear-based lens. Allow your consciousness, and this is going to test you in so many ways, including your boundaries. Let me know if this is sitting well for you guys, because I'm just like, ooh, Spirit, that's a lot of messages right there. Now let's look at the 12/12 portal together. So when we put 12 and 12, we get 12/12, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm going to break this even deeper. So 12/12 is having a spiritual awakening and people kind of waking up again. So this just based on the pushes that's happening from external organizations and people of power. We are seeing this sense on for everyone. It's affecting people to go through a second wave of awakenings. So not only do we have awakenings through eclipse season, but now we're going into this intensity. Like we're finishing the final act, essentially. Like it's the last show of an act, as that's like an innuendo, literally, but the final act of the year. And this is kind of a place where you can really hold space to breathe that in, because I can't stress enough. I'm just feeling that a lot of people are going to be woken up without even looking for it. And it's just going to be like, wow, okay, these things are bribing me. Remember, it's holiday season. What do people do around holiday season? We buy more. We're more giving. We offer more things. There is so much emotion around this time that it's just so easy to persuade people. And the way that we can do that is by taking that away. Let that sit. So, whatever changes that are coming, think of it as the words freedom come up, the words happiness. I'm going to pull out a card. Think of it this way, and it's actually great. Like, I know it sounds like you're like, Shika, you're basically telling us, yeah, but it's a great thing because there's a rising coming in the awakening. There's a huge rising coming in there. Yeah, I'm being tested on the opposite side, 100%. 100%. Okay, this is an interesting card. So any other cards on, where did we hold space for the, okay. Oh my God, I love this card. Woo. Okay, are you ready for Spirit's message? Because I don't even know if people, hello, morning. Yes, if you guys can like the video, that really helps too. So, time. I don't know if you guys can see this. Time for a nap. Your mental body is exhausted and it's like, oh my God, this again. And the way that we approach it, remember going to our 12 days of consciousness so far, we're really talking about desire and changing our mind and not avoiding what's in the fridge, like I talked about on day one, which is like we buy this healthy food, we put it in the fridge, we tell ourselves we're going to be healthy, and then we never cook the food. We just buy Uber Eats. So now it's like we need to reset. We need to take a nap, take a step before we go buy more food and commit to a new intention. You got to take a break. So ask yourself, what are some things that you are stressing out about that you don't have control of? But also, what are some things throughout your awakening that you do and have a healthy way of just prioritizing what you can shift and change? Right? So I think this is so, so important. I think it's crucial for us to consider of that. We're getting drained. It's holiday. Like they're putting this, there's pressure already around this time from our family, our loved ones, and from shopping in the malls. So what more pressure can happen? Well, what climate are we currently in right now? Yeah. So there's chaos and conflict that is occurring with as we rise. And I'm already seeing this in the feminine energy. So regardless of your sex or your gender or whatever, it's your feminine essence, like that energy part of you is coming in and coming into full force. It's moving this wounded masculine that's hiding behind, control for people, control to abide to something. Okay. So I love this because we have the horse here. Horses are one of the most healing, and people would say the healing animal of the world. I've seen people who you can look up on YouTube and stuff, like people who like can't speak or they can't walk and they touch a horse and they're able to. The energy of a horse frequency is very powerful. Some of my maestros are actually considering doing horse therapy for people because it's just so powerful, especially people with mental health blocks as well. It can be so powerful for that to remove them and heal that. We have the 3-3 number here as well. So this card is just really pulling it out of these 4 cards. And we got 4 cards, which is the number spiritual awakening. And this 1212 portal is about the awakening that's coming on a collective version. And we could either choose to move forward, because I'm going to just tell you guys right now, every year is going to get more conscious. It's going to be more revealing. And you just have to decide, are you ready to keep going, or are you just going to put the towel in? We've come this far. We can do more, 100%. But again, also keep in mind, do not drain your energy. Yesterday, I went to the spa and it was so nice. And not yesterday, sorry, Sunday. And it was really nice because I was able to just like get a soak. I did a salt bath. I released some energy and it just felt really good. I did some self-healing on myself. I felt I'm ready for the week. I'm ready for you guys, right? So keep that in mind. Yeah, 33 is a very powerful number in your human life. It's a very powerful number. And it's a space of awakening itself. It's kind of the end of, or in the mid of your Saturn return. And there's a lot of lessons and endings that come, but also beautiful, beautiful growth that comes through it. So anyways, all this to say is we have 22 and 11 here, 11 likes and 22 here, people. So this is really crazy. We really need to focus on understanding to how can we move through the chaos and conflict and see it as change. As people change, as people push for change, the more that the old patterns resist it. But we're very powerful beings. You're very powerful beings. That is up to you. Poise. Stop faking it till you make it. I think I mentioned this in the other live. I was saying that there was this like video that they had on TikTok, and it was like fake it till you make it or whatever. And when I saw it, my body just got shivers because I was just like, well, I know it's a challenge, but that's kind of like putting our energy, and you'll see why this is so powerful. And I like didn't like it. I just kind of like kept scrolling and got off the app. But all this to say is that, looking at the collective, and looking at this is a looking good for the collective as an experience, and it's intense. This is looking good. Like this is going to be a huge shift for everyone. Know that our words to self, the thoughts we have, and the energy that we are around has a huge impact on the 1212 portal, on our energy and our subconscious to be aware. So just being mindful of when you go to the grocery store, are you sticking to your list? Or are you allowing yourself to be bribed by all the sales and the holiday season? Which I'm not saying for you not to be in that great season, but are you doing it from a space of love and like, yeah, I just want to get this thing? And that's you do you love. But when we go in there, we have to even think about how that is even tuning into the way that it's controlling us and the authority of controlling things and certain rules that will be in place. It's creating this high of happiness of space that is to push us to a place of oh, okay, well, if you lose this, what happens? If you lose access to going places or have access to seeing people, what happens? Then people become more vulnerable because they got a taste of exactly what that is. It's interesting. The more I get into energy healing, the more I see things as it is. And it's like when I do these lives and I share it, I'm like, should I though? And Spirit's like, no, 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 you got to do it. I'm like, okay. And that's just, as a healer, I'm a truth healer. Like I'm here to share with you guys, even if it doesn't sit here, but it sits 5 years from now. That's good with me. So, yeah, and the energy is just really making a huge impact. So be mindful of just the people who are speaking outside of you and how they're pushing you to influence your full decision. Okay. This brings me to the yang. Okay. And I love this one because what this is telling me is that we need to take healthy masculine control of allowing ourselves not to feed into habits that allow us to be impacted by the outside of our consciousness. So I talked about boundaries during these 12 days so far, how to put boundaries on, how to not be stressed during the holidays. This is a huge part of that. If you're more stressed, you're more vulnerable to abide through the authority of what's coming up here. Okay. Um, I think this is so, so important, like so crucial. Yeah, I'm hearing feeling of the uncut. Yeah, so I think I might think about this for the new year just because I'm getting so many downloads about social media and everything, and I love it. I'm so grateful to be here with you guys. And I think where maybe people would be able to get more information would be the Patreon, where we're not as restricted. So I think I'm going to just share more about that in the new year with you guys. And it's already there, but I think I'm going to start in January with that. So yeah, let me know if that's something that you guys agree with. But it's so nice to see everyone saying, yeah, I would love the uncut version. Let me know, guys, if you agree with Charlene. I think that would be cool. So yeah, going back to that, creating that healthy control of not allowing yourself to be perfect, easily swayed during the 1212 portal, because the 1212 portal is an opening of manifestations. And for us to really ignite this new beginning as we end into the last full moon, it's like the last hurrah, if you will. So keep that in mind. Let's go deeper. Dream state. I've been seeing as I'm chatting, and I feel this because dreams is definitely a place that I want to talk more about on this channel. But during the December 12th, 1212 portal, Dream state is opening a portal for us to help us with our manifestations. So we are seeing a huge shift with dream states. I'm even noticing people who forget their dreams starting to dream. And I feel like there's open energy coming deeper because of the earth. It was so funny. I was meditating and I thought I felt an earthquake, but it was just the energy of the earth and her sharing with me the eruption that's about to occur. So what I'm trying to say is during the dream state is teaching us a lot through spirit animals, making sure that we're mindful in this space. And this is a place where your dreams are going to give you messages. It doesn't mean that what you're dreaming is going to have exactly what it is. Remember, change your perspective to be more broad. Sometimes when we have a dream about our ex, it's not because we need to think about the ex, because it's teaching us that there's something that maybe the ex energy is persuading you to go back to your old patterns. Right? If we have a dream about a certain animal, tune into and see how you felt when you saw the animal in your dream. And when you're journaling in the next day, then look up that animal, spirit animal, and just connect with the things that you feel you resonate with. It won't be everything that you resonate with. Absolutely. Because I find a lot of people, they're like, oh, well, like, does that mean this? It says it's negative. Not all the time. It just depends on what your emotion was. It can change the difference of the meaning of it. For example, crows have the energy of death, right? So when we look at that, but they're very magical and they can also mean ancestors. They can mean rebirth. They can mean so many things. So it just depends on the beholder of who's it going to you and seeing where that tunes into. So when people ask me, what does this mean? I don't know, because I would have to tap into your energy and know exactly like what that energy is. And I do that sometimes with my clients where they'll be like, this is what happens. And I tuned into them, I'm connected with them. So I'm like, oh, this is what it means. There's your perspective. So look at it, see what it connects with, and tune into that. Okay. The dreams are so powerful. It's how I became open to my spiritual gifts when I was a little kid. I don't know if I shared this before, but I remember I used to walk downstairs and my mom had a beautiful old Aboriginal dream book. And it was just in the house and no one talked about it, but I loved my dreams and I would talk to her about it. She would listen to me as mothers do when kids are talking about imaginary stuff and all that stuff. But I would go and tippy toe with my little flashlight and my elephant because I had an LE, and I would go downstairs and I would basically, I just had a download. I'll tell you guys later. But I would basically go downstairs and I would look at the dreams, and so much would come through. And through that dream state, like I was still in the dream state, I would just like know where page to look up and I would read them and I would know what they meant. So since a little kid, I would be really tuned with my dreams. It was very powerful. Elephants are luck. Yeah, they're so beautiful. I still have it. It's at my parents'. It's a stuffed animal I've had since I was a kid, and it helped me as well as my cat at the time. So yeah, super, super powerful. So this is really big. Some ways that you can be mindful and make sure that you are absorbing some good energy during your sleep and you are at a good kind of space of manifestation in the dream state is mindful meditation before bed, reducing your blue ray screen, so blue harsh lights, and making sure that you're limiting your phone. I found this new feature on my phone that allows me to take off the time off my apps. It's called Time Off or whatever if you have your iPhone, and you can actually tell your phone to not allow you to have access to a certain app such as Instagram or whatever up until a certain time, and it's really helpful. So I'd highly suggest it. Know that the power of this the power of your dreams can actually help you manifest things. So I notice a big difference if I go and do a meditation, mindfulness manifestation meditation speaking, and then I tune in and I do my dreams and I have my dream and whatnot. I notice right away. I dream right away. As soon as I hit the pillow, go through this long, lengthy dream. And sometimes I remember bits throughout my day. But sometimes it's like super clear of what I dreamed. But just know during the 12-12 portal that there will be more intense lucid dreaming. So keeping that in mind and tuning into that. So now let's look at 12-12 together. So the interesting thing, and this is why numerology and numbers are so powerful, and we have things such as the 369 manifestation method, the 555 manifestation method, and all these things, is because of this. So 6 is the the added number of 1212, but it's also, if you put 1212 like together, it makes 24, and you add those numbers together, it brings 6. And also, if you just add 1, 2, and 1, 2, it brings the 6 as well. So when we look at 6, it talks about allowing our imperfections of the situation to be our superpower. Okay. So as you become more pressured by authority and other places of power to abide to the same rules or to abide to following the crowd, essentially, whether that's like buying certain things for gifts, um, regulations, rules, whatever it is, it's abiding to that same rule and sitting with that truth, making sure you know that even though how angry and frustrated you are, let that come through, but see that once you have released it, that the imperfections of your situation on the 1212, regardless if you receive news on that time through your dream, you get a huge change that allows you to embark on the next page for the full moon, whatever it is, allows your imperfections of the situation to be your superpower and to help you manifest for new beginnings. So around the 1212 portal, you're definitely going to be ending something for some of you, excuse me. For some of you, will probably have a certain thing that will happen and there will be a detour in the outcome of it. I'm just looking to see if there's my other card deck is there. No, it's not. Okay, so there'll be another detour of it. I want to do a spirit card for the 1212 portal. So really holding space for that. This is a place where the situation starts to change. So the card we got here is the Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Okay? So loving the imperfections of the situation and what has occurred, and allowing yourself to have that energy back as well. So let's read a little bit more about this because I love that one. It's 104. Let's go a little bit more. I'm just going to scan into what I think resonates to this time. Welcome the open arms, opportunities to give and receive love. So remembering the love is the same frequency of abundance and opportunity. Abundance and manifestation of money, all of that, right? So when you look at that 1212, this is like the opportunity for us to end a cycle, the opportunity for us to have an awakening, the opportunity to open our hearts, the opportunity for us to be in our truth and allow others to see it without shame. This is huge with the 1212 portal. So this is essentially the angel who helps you with relationships. I just saw that come in, twin flames. This will help you with that clarity with whatever lessons you've had over this year. And they will help you with your family and romantic connections. So whether that's something that you have to get off your chest, that's coming up a little bit. I think some of you during the 1212 portal, there's like some truth that you have to come off your chest. And due to the collective energy of changes, it's kind of vamping something up within you to look in your own changes within. Let's take another card because I feel like this is really important. How about partners if you don't share the same belief? Yes. Oh my God. I'm so happy you shared this. So one thing that, and I have experience in this. So one thing that I would share is that if you have a partner that might not necessarily be on the spiritual path with you, if you have a partner that might not necessarily be in the same situation with you or where you are, just know that it's okay to have relationships with that as long as you are being respected, as long as you're respecting one another and you are bringing loving energy. The purpose of these changes that are going to be occurring in the collective is going to really challenge how people judge themselves and judge people outside of themselves based on the decision. It's going to further what we've already been witnessing. But the test here is not to divide. It's to allow ourselves to, okay, let's just see the truth. Let's just hold space for that. And let's allow ourselves to come from a space of love. So the 1212 is like, how do I hold action for my manifestations of where I want to be based on my journey, based on my truths, based on where I want to go without feeling this judgment? Don't allow yourself to feel this judgment here. And if you are triggered, it can also be an opportunity. And that's the benefit of having a relationship where you both share not everything the same, is that that person pulls you in that discomfort. That person pulls you into the discomfort where you have to say your truth, because it creates this sense of quiet elephant in the room, right? So remember that 6 is like, if not everyone's perfect, you're not going to get the perfect person that's going to do everything for you. And it's funny because as soon as I flip this card, there's 3 cards, but the one I flipped as I'm talking about this is the great teacher, knowing that these differences, these people in your life that you don't have the similar eye to eye perspective, are great teachers for you. Okay? Learn from the spiritual experiences, learn from the resistance of it, learn from the perspective of people bribing people in the collective, learn from the awakening and seeing people wake up or being pushed in the awakening, learn from the continuous patterns that keep coming up over and over again. Can't stress that enough, right? We got to learn from it. Love that you guys are sharing this. There's more here for you. Traveler, move into a new direction. So again, even though there's imperfections in the situation, know that that is your superpower and still allow that to move. Don't just stop your whole plan of where your new beginnings are starting on the 1212 portal because of this detour, because of this new shift, because of this announcement. There will always be a way if you allow yourself to focus on that. Fire guardian, ignite your passions. Oh, this is big. Where you are being triggered is teaching you what you're passionate about. Where you are being triggered is teaching you where the lessons are so you can tap into your passions and move in the right direction. So I see a lot of just like heart-led, new beginnings, being heart-led through the imperfections. And this is a great time for your shadow work to really tune in before you do a manifestation, meditation. How can I tune into that deeper, tune into that heart-led energy? Okay. Let's look at 9. So 9 I added for this specific one because 12, 12, and then we have the 21 as well. So when we add that together, it brings us with 9. And 9 is interesting because it brings us to the endings of us faking who we are, faking us into holding this old version of ourselves that no longer claims to us, right? Wow, I pulled the same 2 cards yesterday. Ooh, twice, and that's a sign for you. Will you step into your passion no matter what? That's what the 9 is bringing us when we add this of the year. The year of this 1212 portal in this specific year is teaching us what is our passions. Will you step into your life purpose? Will you step no matter what into this time? That is up to you to decide. At this moment, Spirit is seeing us the spiritual motivation and giving us that spiritual motivation that we need in order for us to move through the new changes to come through the collective. Spirit is giving us the energy that we need for us to heal. 100%. Now let's see what Spirit has to say for that. Let's do this card. I love these. These are one of my favorite cards. They still are. And I used them for years. Like I was just like using them. What if you don't know what your life purpose is? We're going to get to that. Don't you worry. I got you. So let's see what Spirit has to say on life purpose and how that is affecting us. Let's see. Woo, card just slipped. Okay, life purpose. What do we have for them? Okay. Cool. You ready for this? Because this is some good stuff. I know I'm ready. So let's go deeper into the number 9. So the angels have spoken in this space. And here it's the ever unfolding rose, cracked open, happening for you, not against you. Okay. So this is so powerful. What this is sharing is going back to that 6. When we reverse the 9, what is it? Everything's perspective. It can be a 6 or it could be a 9, depending on how you want to see your situation. So that on its own, the fact that the 1212 and the 2021 together, we have that frequency of the 6 and the 9, and we reverse them, it's the same energy that is here. So the ever unfolding energy is the unfolding of the imperfections, the detours, the unexpected changes are all coming in to unfold us to our life purpose. It's a drastic push into that new beginning, but ask yourself, how can I celebrate it and be more playful as opposed to stressing about things that I can't change? Everything is a teacher if we choose to. Everything is perspective. And over the last days of this year, it's all about how are we going to allow the imperfections to be our superpower, change our perspective to see how this supports our life purpose, even if we don't know what our life purpose is, and surrendering to the possibility of the unknown, which we talked about yesterday, cycles and going into the unknown. So I think this is so powerful, so powerful and so crucial. And there's more to come. I'm so excited. I have another announcement I'll be sharing soon with you guys. But this is really, really great. So, how are you guys feeling with this? Let me know. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. Now, what to do on the 1212 portal? I know you guys are waiting. We've gotten to, okay, Shika, I saw the cards. Now what? What do I do? So I wrote down some things that channel that I think would be great to, work on. The first thing is get great time to manifest, do a manifestation meditation. So there's many out there that you do. I don't think I did one yet, but maybe I should do one. Maybe I should do a manifestation meditation. If you guys would like that, let me know with the rainbow emoji in the comment section. But I think that would be really cool to do a manifestation meditation so you guys can do that. But there's so many on here that you can use. The second thing is check yourself to make sure that you are not taking the energy of the collective and the opinionated voices. Sometimes when we're surrounded by so much change and pushes that we start to speak and we start to channel that same energy that is not even our own truth, because it's a protecting and body armoring technique. So then we don't have to face our truth. So allow yourself to honor and see, am I just holding this because this is what the collective majority is saying, or is this actually aligned with me? Your voice is what helps this manifestation. Okay. So your voice is everything right now, whether that is singing, chanting. How can I strengthen my voice every single day? How can I strengthen my voice in general here? 3, do a bedtime manifestation meditation. The last thing that you're thinking, if you can hold that space, it's going to help you tap into your dream state deeper, which means that your dreams will be more in that energy to help you do the work while you're sleeping. What better way to help with the manifestation than in a dream state? Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff, right? So here is kind of where I had some crystals that came from. So if you feel called to put them underneath your pillow, you can. Citrine, jade, aventurine, pyrite, and moldavite. So if you want to put that in a little sachet, or I don't know what that is in English, sachet in French. If you put that in and you put it underneath your pillow, you'll be you'll be good to go. Okay, so put that underneath. It will be awesome. 4, have a lucid dream tea. So this has really helped my game. So if anyone here is watching this and their dreams are like me, they speak through their dreams. Dreams are really connected. It sits with them. They're either a dream walker or their dreams are their power. Lucid dreams are going to be powerful for you. So I use Sweet Gale, which is from the lands of where I am in Canada. It allows me to connect really deep, and it's an Aboriginal lucid dream tea. Beautiful, beautiful. It tastes amazing. I'm so grateful for that medicine. Then there's mugwort, which is great for protecting us as we move through these different spaces and energies and dimensions. Rue, which is a great activation for that. There's also a tea that I would recommend. I haven't used it, but I've heard good things. It's called AminaMundiHerbal.com. They have a lucid dream tea that's really, really good. So this is a great way to, again, deepen your connection with your dreams. So let me just read your questions. Jazz asked, what if you don't know what your life purpose is? So I think I responded to that. Ibez says, anything about rebirth and pregnancy on the 12th portal. So I would say with the 1212 portal, it's a lot about resistance. It's less about rebirth. I would say rebirth is something that was coming into the eclipse, and we're seeing the catalyst of that going into December. December is all about that last parts that we're letting go, and we're just kind of like clearing. We're cleansing, we're clearing a lot of water energy. We're just like pushing it out. We're pushing it out. Okay. So there's also fire energy because we're igniting this new beginning. So there's that water balance of pushing it out for some people, but igniting as well. So it's not to say that people won't have announcements of that. I think that goes more on the full moon, less on the 1212. 1212 is all about um, accepting the uncomfortable through the pushes of outside of yourself and still pertaining to your truth. That's the 1212 portal. Okay. So I think that's really, really important. For teas, I will put it in the chat here. So Sweet Gale, Merg, Mort, Rue, and the website for the one I would also recommend. I haven't used this tea. Is Amina Mundi Herbal Lucid Tea. Lucid Tea. So that's what I would share right there for you. Any other questions that you guys had about this time? Felt that cleaning up the house? Yeah, eclipse is just like clearing up some stuff. It's clearing up a lot in regards to our Georgian calendar. I feel like we should be tuning into the natural, more spiritual calendar. The beginning of the real year is spring. Yeah, so I talked about this a little bit. I don't think that the end of the year, so there's so many different types. There's a Western astrology, there's different calendars that we have. And at the end of the day, the end of the year, I personally think is dependent on your chart. It's dependent on your written in the stars. Because for me, I see the end of the year as November. Because that's just like the death comes in. I'm a Scorpio. That is my time. So for me, end of the year is the end is the celebration of my birth coming into this human experience of as a human. So we go through seasons. The best way of considering that is look and see what months during the year that you see that things shed and come into new spaces, right? Look at that as a gauge. Because December is not the end of the year for everyone. And we see that as we look at various practices and various calendars in the spiritual space, but also in the Western space as well. So just keep that in mind. I'm fairly new to the spiritual journey. How does one begin on it? So you're doing it right now. It's just looking at videos that resonate with you. I know it's overwhelming. There's so many people out there that are great to help and support. I would highly suggest seeing what resonates with you. If you like one area, maybe that's where you're meant to start learning on your journey. I do have various things that can support. I think when people are starting, the two suggestions I give them is the Conscious Shadow Rebirth course that I have. I linked it down below for you guys. And then also and if you can't find it, let me know. And then also, what else? The Conscious Mentoring, my Breakthrough Mentoring program, which is a 4-month program. These are the two things that I recommend that I offer. I'm going to actually put in the chat the course so you guys can see it. Where are we? Chat. Where are we here? Okay, so I'll put it here for you guys. So that is the course for the Conscious Shadow Rebirth. If you guys are interested in it, it's really, really great. I've seen a lot of people just have a lot of power into it. I do lives throughout the year as a group for everyone who has access to this course, which is great. So you not only get the course, but you also got the hands-on at least 3 times a year, which is nice. So yeah, it's really, really great. And I think it's very powerful for people. So a great place to start. I would highly suggest. That's another way to look at it. She could quite it today. Yeah. I think that's really important because I think we get so fixated that this is the end of the year from this specific and yes, there is some truth into that, but I find when I go into healing with people, I see, especially if I'm working with someone for a while, that their end of the year is different. because, you know, you're different. Your soul's different. You're shedding, your time of shedding, your time of cycles are different. Like, take it for consideration, like hormones. Like, hormones are different regardless of your gender. Like, it changes your day, changes your wave of your energy. So yeah, it's really, really something to consider. Yeah, guided meditations. I love how the community is just supporting. That's fantastic. I love that. So I hope that helps you guys out. I hope you feel confident after knowing the numerology, what the angel numbers of these 12 portal means. What does the angel number 12 mean? What is the angel number 6 and 9 and how that connects with it, the vibration, what to do on the 12. I'm really excited to see everyone witness in that energy and that force. And just remember, even when things are coming up as new changes arise around this time, allow your sovereignty to be the biggest thing that you dedicate. Okay. Your energy is the biggest thing that I really want you to honor and hold. And as long as you connect and stay with that, you're going to just keep flying, keep flying the right direction. And it's going to be beautiful. So thank you so much for being live with me. This was really fun. I will be live tomorrow, and I'm really excited. Tomorrow I will be live at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So really, really pumped. I'm going to sit and see what topic I talk about tomorrow, because I'm just letting spirit decide for the next few days, the next 5 days. And yeah, this was so great. I'm so happy you guys are here. If you feel called to go deeper with me, don't forget to apply for the conscious mentoring. I have a 4-month program and a 6-month program. The 6-month is for someone who wants to be a space holder, is currently a space holder, the wounded healer. This is a space for you. And then the 4-month program is for anyone that feels ready to do this healing. And it's a really great start. So yeah, these are the 2 programs that I have there for you. And then if you want to do something that is more on your own time, I have an 8-week program for the conscious shadow rebirth. And we go through plant medicine, inner child healing, shamanic journeying. It's a powerful one. I birthed this at a time where there's so much potent energy. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. And yeah, Mariah, yeah, she's been in the program for a while. I'm so grateful for you to be here, and so grateful for you. And there's a few spots. So if you're ready, you're serious to do the work, highly would suggest it. It's all down below. So I love you all so much. I'll see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget to share, maybe even sharing this on your Instagram and tag me so I know. And you'll be entered into the giveaway on the 12th day. And I'm sending you all so much love, so many blessings. And I will see you guys really soon. So love you, love you, love you. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.